Have you ever seen a dog that looks like it stepped right out of a Renaissance painting? Today, we re-diving into the captivating history of a breed that charmed its way into the hearts of kings and queens, the English Toy Spaniel. Often called the Charlie in honor of King Charles II, these little dogs have a story as rich and fascinating as any royal dynasty. Let's journey back in time, shall we? Our story begins in the Far East, believe it or not. The ancestors of the English Toy Spaniel are thought to have originated in ancient China or Japan, where small, flat-faced dogs were prized companions in imperial courts. Think of the Japanese Chin and the Pekingese. You can see the family resemblance, right? These precious pups were often given as diplomatic gifts, and through the bustling trade routes of the 16th century, they found their way to Europe. Once they arrived, they quickly became the darlings of the European aristocracy, especially in England. During the Tudor and Stuart periods, these toy spaniels were everywhere in high society. They were the ultimate status symbol, frequently appearing in portraits by famous artists like Van Dyck and Titian. They weren't just lapdogs, though. They were spirited little companions, joining their noble owners on carriage rides and even on the hunt, flushing small birds from the undergrowth. But no one loved them more than the Stuart monarchs. Queen Mary I and Mary, Queen of Scots, were both devoted to their toy spaniels. In fact, legend has it that a loyal spaniel was found hiding beneath Mary, Queen of Scots' skirts after her execution. However, the breed's most famous royal fan was King Charles II, the merry monarch. He was so infatuated with his black and tan spaniels that he was rarely seen without a few trotting at his heels. He even issued a royal decree that the breed should be allowed in any public place, including the Houses of Parliament. This is why, for centuries, they were known as King Charles Spaniels. As the centuries passed, tastes in dog breeds began to change. In the Victorian era, breeders started favoring dogs with shorter, more domed heads and flatter faces, influenced by the rising popularity of pugs and other Asian breeds. This led to the development of the modern English Toy Spaniel we see today, with its distinctive domed skull and snub nose. Meanwhile, the original longer nose type nearly vanished. It was until the early 20th century that a group of dedicated breeders worked to revive the older style, which eventually became a separate breed, the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. So, while they share a name and a history, the English Toy Spaniel and the Cavalier are now two distinct breeds, each with its own unique charm. The English Toy Spaniel comes in 4 beautiful color varieties, each with its own historical name. The King Charles is the classic black and tan. The Prince Charles is a tricolor of white, black, and tan. The Blenheim is a pearly white with chestnut red markings, named after Blenheim Palace, the home of the Dukes of Marlborough. And finally, the Ruby is a solid, rich red. From the palaces of ancient Asia to the royal courts of England, the English Toy Spaniel is a living piece of history. They are gentle, intelligent, and deeply affectionate dogs that form incredibly strong bonds with their families. They carry the grace of centuries of noble companionship in their tiny frames. So, the next time you see one of these charming little faces, you'll know you're looking at a dog with a truly royal past. Thanks so much for joining us on this historical journey. If you enjoyed learning about the English Toy Spaniel, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the wonderful world of dogs. We'll see you in the next one.